Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, what we're gonna talk about is we're gonna do like a mini breakdown on pullbacks. Some we need to talk about. I know y'all, I always say wait for the pullback, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper on pullbacks today, right? Now, anything that I say in this video is not any financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, go talk to a licensed financial advisor. Also, I'm going to be going live earlier today. So I'm going to be going live about an hour earlier, hour and a half earlier. So be sure to tap into that. Also, turn your notifications on all of my videos. Turn your notifications on. Turn that bell on so you get notified when I drop a video or I go live. All right. So we have pullbacks. Now, I always say wait for the pullback. Why do I say wait for the pullback? So that you are not enter a trade and then the next day it drops, or right after you enter, it drops. That's the first reason why I say that. So that means to get a better entry. Also, so that you're not sitting in drawdown while your contracts are fresh, and then you got to wait for the stock to be able to go in the direction. Because I'm a firm believer that if you always enter a trade and then you immediately find yourself down, you don't know how to trade. Because if you knew how to trade, you would get better entries. Right? It's kind of just like common sense. So wait for the pullback. Now, in order to wait for the pullback, you need to be able to understand market structure and things like that, and liquidity and stuff like that. But when I'm saying wait for the pullback, there's a key nugget that you have to always remember. What time frame am I expecting the pullback on? What time frame am I expecting the pullback, right? See, here's the thing. A lot of you guys that are newer, you see something go up on the daily time frame, or I don't even know if you're looking at the weekly time frame. You see a stock go up, and then what happens? You enter on a Friday. You don't even realize that if it went up by 10, 12% on the week, we got to retrace that 10, 12%. And then what? We're going to retrace. And what are we going to do? We're going to go back up. So a lot of people who are newer, you just getting in trades, but you don't really understand how the game really works. So let me break this down for you guys, like I always do, okay? And we're gonna get into it. So when we looking at pullbacks, right? When we looking at pullbacks, now there's something very key. There's something very key to understand. If we're waiting for a pullback, that means that we're in a uptrend. Okay? That means that we are in an uptrend. So, if I'm going to sit here and say I'm going to understand pullbacks and I'm going to wait for the pullback, I need to first understand that we are in an uptrend. Just because a stock goes up doesn't mean it's in an uptrend for you to even wait for a pullback at. Right? Next up, there is something called legs. And this is a leg right here. Right? This is a leg. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be your first leg. Let's say this is your first leg. So a lot of you guys see a stock go from here to here, and then you take entry right here. But you don't understand that for a first leg up, there's going to be a first leg down, right? So down here was probably consolidating, and then it goes up. So this is your first leg up. So what you want to do is you want to understand that there's a first leg down. So boom. So now we're going to have our first leg down, right? First leg down. Okay? And then this might come down, consolidate, or it could go V-shape and go back to the upside. But next, once you get a confirmation that we're at the bottom of the first leg down, that's when you say, okay, I'm gonna get busy, I'm gonna start cooking, and we're gonna enter, and we're gonna take this next leg up. Okay? So this is what you will call the next leg up, or second leg up. Okay? Right here. So instead of taking entry right here, right? Because remember, let's say your contract price right here is $500 per contract. And then it drops down right here. Let's say it drops down right here, right? Now the same contracts are now worth, let's say, $250. Right? So now you entered up here. We came all the way down here. Now we came up here. So now, once you get up here, you're finally at break even or barely in a profit. Break even or slightly green. Right? But if you would have waited for the pullback down here, you could have entered here at the $250 per contract. Now these contracts are worth $500, $550. Now you're up over 100% already. So you're up 100% off of where you would have entered at, all because you waited for the first leg down after the first leg up, anticipating the second leg up. Right? This is the name of the game. This is why I tell you guys, pay attention to the contract prices of the strike price that you're looking at. Right? So, I hope that this makes sense. Next up, I said that you have to understand what time frame you're really getting in on this trade on, right? So, a lot of you guys will be looking at the 30-minute time frame, maybe the daily, and then you'll get a contract 2-3 weeks out or a month out or whatever, right? But you didn't see that it was about to reject off the weekly or the monthly time frame. And that's why you're sitting in so much drawdown. And you don't know where it's going to come down to make that first leg or that second leg down. And because you don't know where it's going to come down to, because you're not You don't have this down to a science to the point where you know what time frame you're really looking at it on. You end up getting out of the trade, losing money, and the cycle continues. Right? So when we're looking at this, let's just take Intel for example. I saw an order block up here. They came up to 107, right? Now, I see all of this right here. We have to get through all of this to go higher. We're at an order block right here. Why would I take an entry right here on calls when we're sitting right at an order block, right? Once again, this is the first leg up from this whole downtrend. This is the first leg up right here. So I need to wait for the first leg down. Now, in looking at the first leg down on the daily, let me go to the weekly. Okay, we don't have any, sellers until 110. Now, we don't have any real support on the weekly. Let me look at the monthly. Okay, we got a lot of buyers here on the monthly, so we're good on the monthly to go higher. Now, let me go to the daily and focus there. All right, boom. We got buyers right here. And we had a gap to fill right here. So we filled this gap. Now we created a fail 2 down. This could be the end of the downtrend and creating that first leg down. So somewhere over here is where you want to take your entry. And you want to anticipate Intel coming back up here, seeing if we're going to break above. Now, we're at $92. So you can ride this thing up from 92 to 107. That's a $15 move. Now, let's say you got the $100 strike prices right here, right? You may have paid $500 per contract, depending on what your expiration date was, right? Right? All right. But now you can get those same contracts, or you can get some at the money contracts down here. The same contracts are probably $150, $200, right? But now that you're at 92, you probably want to get some that will end up being in the money faster. So you may get the 93 strike prices, and those might cost you $300 to $400. So now, let's say you get contracts for $350 a contract. Or let's say you get the at the money or in the money contracts for $500. If you pay $500 for here and now you're down 60%, what if you pay $500 right here after the first leg down, right? And then what happens? Boom. It comes up here. Now these $350 contracts are now worth $1,000, and you up 200-300%. This is how the game goes, y'all. So you need to know what time frame you're expecting that pullback on, where that pullback is going to go to. Wait for it to bottom out. Maybe wait for a confirmation or go light before you get a confirmation. And then that's when you ride it up that next leg. That is how you wait for the pullback. Now, you can do this on any time frame. If you're day trading, you do this on the 30-minute and the 15 and even the 5. But if you're swing trading, you want to look at the weekly, the monthly, the daily, and the 4-hour. This is the game. All right? So I hope that this video helped you guys out. I make videos just like this one on an everyday basis. I hope that this video helped you guys out. If it did, let me know in the comments. I'm here to help you. I'm here to change your life. All right? Be sure to join the Discord. Come trade with us. Come learn this information so you can become a sniper in the market. All right? Like I always say, man, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. I didn't even have it on right now. That's my bad. But the more you study, the less you worry. Y'all have a great day. I will holler at you guys on tomorrow's video and on tonight's live. Y'all stay smooth. Peace.